Superstorm Sandy didn't just destroy homes and businesses, it ruined up to 250,000 cars and trucks, according to the National Automobile Dealers Association. And as drivers replace those vehicles, car sales and prices are going up. Rebecca Jarvis is here with some car buying advice after Superstorm Sandy. Rebecca, good morning.
Morning.
All right, so what happened to car prices after Sandy?
We've seen a pretty significant jump already. Edmunds.com estimates that the average used car price has now gone up $700 to $1,000. That's a very significant jump. But when you think about it, 250,000 cars are now damaged. Everyone's running out to replace them. And some of the damaged cars actually happen to be on car lots. So the actual supply of cars that was available for people to buy was also washed away.
So people whose car has been damaged, should you buy a new or used car?
This is the question, and it's actually an interesting answer, because most people think if you buy a used car, you're going to get a better deal than if you buy a new car.
Right.
But in some cases, you can actually get a better deal on a new car regardless of what's happened to the cars in the hurricane. In fact, there are a number of them: Acura MDX, Honda Odyssey, Nissan Versa, according to Edmunds.com, that are actually, generally speaking, less expensive new than used.
And what about the concern that some of these cars that were damaged in Hurricane Sandy could be refurbished and then resold? Do you have to watch out for those?
You absolutely do have to watch out for them, Nora. And this is something we saw after Hurricane Katrina. After multiple water damages in this country, you tend to see cars make their way back out into the supply. You have to be vigilant about it. You can check for the car's VIN number. There are actual experiences, and I've talked to people who have bought cars where inside the car they've found 2 different VIN numbers. That is a dead giveaway that you're dealing with a car that more than likely has been in an accident or has faced water damage. You can go to Carfax.com to check into that. The National Association of Auto Dealers also has a list where they track these things, but it's not always going to tell you whether or not a car has been damaged by water. You can check for water in the headlights, and you can also check for corrosion. That's a dead giveaway here because there was seawater involved in Hurricane Sandy, and that's a corrosive item for your car.
But if you're thinking, oh, I could get one of these refurbished cars pretty cheap, might be a good deal.
Not a good deal. I mean, the reality here is corrosion inside your engine. It might not prevent your engine from running immediately, but eventually it will, and you don't want to deal with that.
Because of the salt water, seawater?
The salt water, seawater is corrosive on a car, and it wreaks havoc on the engine as well as multiple other parts within the car. So it's just something, if you can prevent from driving that type of car, that's what you want going forward.
And does insurance cover water damage in a car?
It's interesting because a lot of people have looked at homeowners insurance, and they've had issues with getting their homeowners insurance to cover water damage. Well, with cars, most comprehensive coverage actually will cover water damage, as will $150 will get you comprehensive coverage. Most people have it. Liability insurance, however, will not cover it, but most people have the comprehensive plan.
And then finally, just for people out there, I mean, who's protecting us, you know, the consumer, from buying cars that have been damaged like this that could be a real lemon?
There are a lot of watchdogs, and I should say General Motors and Ford have actually come out and said, if you buy a new car after your car was damaged in the hurricane, we'll give you an additional $500 off your new car because we can appreciate what's happened to you in your car. Now, they're certainly reputable, and they're trying to make sure that the car associations themselves are trying to make sure this doesn't happen, but you have to be a vigilant consumer as well.
Rebecca Jarvis, good information. Thank you so much.